so the next part of what Oakley said, he had another segment where he talked about Michael Jordan, and he said that he believed that Michael still would have won his chips without Scottie. What you think, Nick?
Please.
I don't know about that, bro. That I don't know.
Please.
I mean, that's tough, and we all Jordan fans. And without Pip, I think he needed that. I think in essence, Pip made Jordan as good as Jordan was, just like Mike made Pip as good as Pip was. It was that constant back and forth that made them who they were in that era. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Jordan ain't Jordan, but it's hard to win a chip without having somebody at your side.
Everything.
That's hard. So to say that to say that he would have won without Pip, that's tough, man. That's to say that, so that you could say Kobe would have won without Shaq or wait, what's the other teams I'm trying to say? Like the Golden State Warriors. Steph ain't winning no chip by himself. You know what I mean? He not winning no chip by himself. So I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with that Jordan would have won without Pip. Even Jordan say he won without Pip. So I mean, I don't know.
What you think, B?
In theory, could he have won without Pip? Yeah. Is that to say that he could have done that by himself? No. He still would have needed a bona fide, I'll say, Robin, you know what I'm saying, to do what Pip to contribute the way that Pip contribute. But you know, the way that they learn to play off each other, man. Yeah, could that have been anybody? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Like, you know, Mike being who he was, yeah, he probably would have gotten the best out of anybody, you know, at that stretch three, you know what I'm saying? Not stretch three, at that three position. But, you know, it's hard to imagine that Mike could have done that without Scott.
Well, we do realize that, okay, what Scottie brought to the table, right? From a defensive standpoint, from a offensive standpoint, when it comes to running the offense and, you know, assisting the ball, the rebounding the ball and things of that nature, right? So when you start looking at Mike can win without Scottie, but he needs another player in that space. Who was really doing everything that Scottie Pippen was doing at that time, though, that would have complemented what Mike needed? You know what I'm saying?
That's
now,
my point.
I think that if you gave him, hold on one second, Joe. I think if you gave him, you know, some players, Mike was that great that he was going to get over the hump and win a championship or two. I don't think he has the dynasty that he has. Right. You're not winning 6 the way that he won 6 in a dominant fashion without a Scottie Pippen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't have just plugged another scorer there, because if y'all remember,
he needed an all-around player in that spot, not just a scorer.
Hey, do y'all remember? And Nick, you remember we used to go to Bulls games and stuff like that when we was kids. You guys remember we'd be watching the Bulls game on a Wednesday night, Tuesday night, whatever the case may be, and the Bulls would be in the first half, it'd be tied game at halftime, whatever the case, and they come out in that third quarter, man, like the last 7-8 minutes of the third, and they just clamp down on motherfuckers, and all you see is Mike and Scottie going the other way for oops, or you know what I'm saying? Just they flying the other way after they didn't play this type of D and everything. Who else was locking shit down like that at that time?
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Like, would he have won some chips? Maybe, yeah, he would have won some chips, but you don't. Pippen freed up Jordan to do a lot of shit.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So just to say you plug somebody else there, he has to do everything that Scottie did because Scottie freed up a lot of shit defensively for Mike, offensively for Mike, because Scottie facilitated the offense. So you, in essence, you didn't even need a point guard. Your point guard was just like a shooter.
Hey, that's why they was always able to have some bullshit.
Armstrong, shit like that.
That's why they was always able to have some, you know what I'm saying, some bullshit one, because they didn't need it.
They didn't need it.
They ain't need no superstar one. They had a superstar 2 or superstar 3. And they, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
What you think, Jeff?
I got a person y'all sleeping on probably. He don't do everything as good as Scottie, but he's decent. Cliff Robinson. I think Cliff Robinson was good for the Bulls because he
said Cliff Robinson.
Cliff Robinson, yeah, because he taller than Scottie. He lanky. He can play 3 through 4. He can score. He could, but he ain't the playmaker, of course,
Yeah,
but
he ain't the playmaker.
Defensively, he's versatile,
Now,
so
this guy be more than versatile. For all intents and purposes, Scottie made some all defensive teams, so he has to at least be that. So, but that's a great option though. But I'd have to check and see how many all defensive teams he made in that era.
But since you brought up Cliff, hold on, one second on the Cliff note. On the Cliff, I got a Cliff note. No pun intended. Do y'all realize he scored 20,000 points?
Cliff Robinson?
Yeah, I looked him up the other day just for some reason. Right?
Didn't know that.
Yep, Cliff scored 20,000 points. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, look. What the fuck I was gonna say? Oh yeah, but like with Cliff Robinson, like he's right because like he's just right for Jordan because Jordan go get the best out of him, like he get everybody else, right? So if you get him to actually play defense, or the team get him to play defense, ain't nothing else to really do. Like because like you said, you really don't need a point guard. Jordan could do the initial. I ain't gonna say he could do the initiating, but he could bring the ball up or whatever, take that responsibility from Scottie. But you got somebody that can score you 20 now, like legit 20. Cliff Robinson was scoring 20, 19, 21, 23, So now you got a little bit of score load off, and plus Cliff Robinson not a bomb on defense. He go stick defense, probably not at Scottie defense. But if Jordan get to him, he might get to a level 2 or 3 years. They might win 2 out of 3. I'm just saying, they might win 2 out of 3. Knowing Jordan, he might win 3 in a row. Who knows? But
hey, B, I think
Cliff Robinson would be good.
Hey, B, look up that 92 series in the finals, if you don't mind, and tell me what Cliff Robinson did. Because Cliff had a poor man's Jordan and Clyde Drexler. Did Cliff go bananas in that series?
Clyde Drexler, I know Clyde Drexler go 25 or 40% sure. I know that for a fact.
No, I said Cliff. I said Cliff. I said Cliff had a poor man's Mike. So did he go bananas with a poor man's Mike?
Yeah, a poor man's Mike.
You know what I'm saying? And Clyde Drexler. So I don't think you could have just plugged. You got it up, B?
I got it up.
Okay, yeah. What Cliff do?
17 game 1, and it fall off from there. 16 game 2, 11 game 3, 10 game 4, 8 game 5, 7 game 6.
Cliff wouldn't have did it.
Oh my!
That's what I'm saying.
Cliff wouldn't have done it.
Now that you read that, yeah. So I guess when nobody unique like Scottie, shit. But we say any era though, so it's a whole lot of any era people. You can use anybody.
See,
I ain't gonna say Brian and all them because.
Now look, let me tell you something. Now, hypothetically speaking, if we could, if we can match up eras and everything like that, obviously it wouldn't have been fair. Obviously it wouldn't have been, but LeBron would have been the perfect teammate for Mike. Because what we saying, everything Scottie does, Bron does it better. Yeah, Bron and Mike would be the best duo the league has ever seen, and not just because of their status where they are. I'm talking about the way that their game is. I think they will complement each other.
Statistically, absolutely. Yes. LeBron ain't got. I'm sorry, Rico. LeBron don't have enough heart to be Mike's teammate, man. Mike would bitch him out every chance. He would not, bro. LeBron is not. He doesn't have the. His skin is not tough enough to survive that shit that Mike put them boys through, man.
Hey, you do know you say he don't got the skin, right? But do you know he came out of high you do know he came out of high school at 18. He had to deal with criticism that nobody else ever had to worry about 18. So
That
he
shit
came
don't
in
mean
knowing that
nothing. That shit don't
I
mean
come
nothing
ago.
when you got a motherfucker in practice, in the locker room, in your face every fucking day.
Okay, and see, this the thing about Mike and Scottie. Scottie probably ain't busting Mike ass. I know LeBron will bust Mike ass back though. LeBron will put Mike ass to the post. LeBron can use all this strength.
That nigga don't play the post. What are you talking about?
Well, hold on. He plays the post now. Back when he was younger, no, he didn't. So he wouldn't have put Mike in the post.
No, he ain't played the post. No, he ain't played the post.
Now he's younger.
No, he was a post dominant now, but he still got in the post. And you think Jordan?
Now when he was younger,
go stop LeBron?
Bro, stop it. Just stop it, bro. Like LeBron.
When he was younger, he didn't do
it. I would say year 1 through what's fair, 15. LeBron had no post game, no low post game. He did not play back to the basket, bro. Please, and if I'm wrong, let me know.
Well, you probably stretching it with
15,
but I mean, you probably stretching it with 15, but it did take him a number of years to develop a post game.
Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you offhand how many years it was, but I'm just saying you may be stretching it. That's what I'm saying. You may be stretching it with 15, but it took him a number of years.
But but there were more years where he didn't play and didn't have a low post game and didn't play in the post than years that were.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
So I'll take that.
I agree with that.
However, in theory, if we're talking about replacement, I absolutely love LeBron playing next to Mike. I just don't think that LeBron could have survived. You know what I'm saying? The quote unquote hazing that I know Mike would have put him through, but probably would have made him tougher, and he probably will be more likable.
Now, Nick, B, I'm gonna disagree with that because we just said earlier that Dwayne Wade made Bron tougher or mentally tougher. So you don't think Mike is gonna make him mentally tougher? If Wade was able to do it,
bro. Wade is no Mike, bro. The only person, as far as mental toughness, that you can compare to Mike is Kobe.
It's Kobe. That's
it. Right? That's it.
So basically, saying any superstar that would have played with Mike, like to replace Scottie, they would have been in trouble mentally. So Mike would have bitched them.
You would have had to survive that. I'm not gonna say they would have been in trouble, right? But I believe that Mike would have put them through because he did the same shit to Scottie. Hey, look, this is what we're going to see when we go up against Detroit. This is what's out there. And if you can't survive this shit in the locker room and practice, I can't trust you on the floor in a game situation.
First of all, he could little boy Scottie because Scottie was never that. He was never top 3, top 5 in the league. If Jordan and LeBron played, they're going to be top 1, top 2. Potentially top 3 if you want to put in Shaq and Hakeem. So he ain't gonna bitch him. And second of all, LeBron gonna go back to him in practice. They're not gonna never play on the same team. So you think LeBron ain't go, man, pick a road, man, come on. You think he ain't go draft him? You think?
Understand what you're saying, right? What you're saying is LeBron's never had to be the beta male on his team. He would have had to be the beta male in that locker room.
But look, the crazy part though, somebody saying in the group if somebody nobody ever that played with Mike, if another superstar would have played with Mike, they would never won the Finals MVP. I'm like, Shaq would have won one, LeBron would have won one, Hakeem would have won one. No, they would have won multiple. If LeBron and Shaq on the same team, it'd probably go 3-3 if they do the 6-piece with the 2-3 piece. It might be 3-3. It might be. So you can't say who will be the alpha. He might be the alpha attitude, but who's to say the shots that how passive Scottie was? Who's to say LeBron be that passive? Who's to say LeBron gonna say here? LeBron won his shots. LeBron won his shots because he's more offensively talented.
He's a pass first player. What are you talking about? He's a pass first player. He just takes what the game gives him, and because he's a fucking freight train coming through the middle, when he decides that he's going for the wait a second, let me finish. When he decides that he's going for the high percentage shot, 98% of players get the fuck out the way. But he himself classifies himself as a pass first player. So what are you talking about, bro?
He's the first player to score more points than Mike.
There you go with that. He also played 6 more years. He also came into. I mean, we can go all day, bro. So if you want to start that, we can go all day.
Hey, so look, check it out.
Hold on.
Not important
Let me say this right quick. I'm gonna say this,
from him, but it's not important right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, and maybe I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say if Mike got LeBron his rookie year at 18 years old with that much talent, I think regardless of how Mike was hard, I think would have made LeBron a way better player than he is right now.
I said that.
He'd have played. He probably would have played more 82 game seasons. You know what I'm saying? He probably been a way better player than he is right now. So mental toughness, he would have got him at a younger age and made him more mentally tough than what he was as a youth coming up, because the team was put on his back as soon as he got to Cleveland.
Agree.
Mm-hmm.
And what you also have to, what you also have to take into consideration, and B, we were just talking about this before the camera started rolling, is the rules were different, bro. The rules were different.
That's true, yeah.
So we talking about LeBron playing alongside Mike in Mike's era.
Yeah,
it's bro. The game was different.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, let me ask you this.
You had to be tougher mentally, and that's the test that Mike would have had to put him through. Not because he's an asshole.
Right.
I heard he is an asshole, but because I want to make sure that in the game situation you ain't getting flustered, and I can trust you if I pass you a damn ball. I can trust you.
Nick, let me ask you this. Now, when you say if he gets an 18-year-old LeBron, right, that Mike can groom him, right, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Which age Mike are we speaking of? How old is this Mike that we're looking to groom?
Whenever Scottie Pippen got drafted, I guess. So whenever Scottie Pippen got drafted,
so that means Mike was drafted in 84, and I think Scottie was in 87.
87.
So you're looking at a Mike that's in the league 3 or 4 years earlier, and he get an 18-year-old LeBron. That's who you talking about, Nick?
Yeah, I'm thinking about at least 87, but maybe like 3-4 years in the league. Yeah, 3-4 years in the league.
So do y'all think? Okay, I just said I think that him and LeBron will be the best teammates because of everything that LeBron can do. And so I look at fast forward a little bit to today's game, and me and Jeff, we often debate about this and kind of bump heads on this. Mm-hmm. I think that you have to look at the players how they complement each other, right? And I think that that's one of the issues that you see right now in Brooklyn, because a Kevin Durant and a Kyrie Irving, they both kind of do the same thing, and they lead at the same thing, which is score. Mm-hmm. Now, when Kyrie was in Cleveland with LeBron hid a lot of his deficiencies and did a lot of things that Kyrie does not do as far as getting the team involved and everything like that. Jeff, you remember when they asked Kyrie something about that, and he said that's 23 job? When they asked him something about running offense or getting everybody involved, he said, man, that's 23 job. I'm here to score. Same thing. As much as criticism that people give him and whatever the case may be, Russ did a lot of that shit for KD as well in OKC. What KD had to do was score. Now you put two players together that's used to just scoring at an elite level, and you're asking them to do other things that they haven't been used to doing throughout their careers. And that's where you're having a problem with Brooklyn. And that's what James Harden was supposed to do. He was supposed to come in and be that facilitator. That's why Kyrie told Harden when he came in, right? That's why Kyrie told Harden when he came in, here, you the point guard. And the same thing with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is supposed to be that guy to come in and run that offense and do those other things that them guys do not do.
Yeah, well, Ben Simmons is a mental case.
No, don't talk about Jeff Boy, man.
Hey, well, that was his mental case. That's why he ain't fucking performer right now. It's a fucking mental case.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how that go, man. So you know, to kind of go back on what we started talking about or whatever like that, man. I don't know. I just have to say that I disagree with Oakley with a lot of this stuff, and I do think that Oak is just on this chicken circuit trying to sell these books, man, or
No,
trying to
I
sell
It
think
these
might
books.
be, but he told the truth.
of course, right. Of course, he's trying to sell books. That's your job when you write a book, trying to sell that motherfucker. But I also feel like a lot of stuff he's saying is factual. I think a lot. I mean, I'm not saying, because once again, when we talk about dominant centers, Pat Ewing is not in your top 5 as a dominant center.
Yeah,
Nobody talks about that.
But that shit weak though, bro. Like that's like, you know, you're an artist and you know you're trying to drum up publicity because you got an album release coming. You know what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden, because you got a book coming out, you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you want to speak out against, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
That's what I'm saying too.
what
Now,
I would say.
can we say the same thing about Scottie? Is that what Scottie just did?
Same, I mean, bro, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know what that man going through. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know what we see publicly, you know, with his everything with his wife, with Future. Now she with Marcus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, but you know, like I don't know what that man going through, but no, regardless of what you're going through, bro, like you know, that's a conversation that you and that man should have had years ago. Like, hey, you know, you wouldn't have won without me. You know, I could have won without you. You know, I did this, between y'all. And then if you come out and you say it publicly, you know what I'm saying? Now it's different because I said that to that man's face already. You know what I'm saying? You know, and now I'm just at a point where the question is being asked, and because I said this to his face 5, 10, 20 ago, you know, I'm okay with saying it to a Stephen A. I'm okay with saying it on a podcast. I'm okay with saying it out loud on any platform. Why? I said this to that man's face, so ain't no beef.
Right. I agree with that.
You know, that old, I got a book coming out, so the game is to be sold, not to be told, weak ass. Nah, bro.
And again, if you listen to him after he says what he said on all these circuits that he's talking, it all goes back to Ewing not having his back when he got into that situation with that owner. And he said that time, he just keeps saying that he had a chance to have my back and he didn't. He said, I went to war with him for 10 years. And when I needed him to go to war for me, he didn't.
Sensitive thug, you need a hug. No. Yeah. You say that shit to that man's face and you let that shit go. Now, okay, look, I done said it, now guess what, nigga? I got to turn my back on you because you ain't have my back. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not finna go to no motherfucking public. You know, I'm going to find another selling point to get people interested in buying this book. I might say this shit in the book, but I'm going to find another selling point.
You know, also, he talked about, I don't know if y'all saw this, Jeff, I don't know if you saw this. He talked about punking Lamar Odom.
When though? Like
he said he said he was in Toronto.
Lamar was a kid.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, Oakley is wild. Y'all gotta y'all gotta go go look at all these, because he got all these different interviews where he talking to people. Mm-hmm. He say that that Oakley Oakley was in Toronto and Odom was in the Clippers, was with the Clippers. And Oakley had a confrontation with somebody else, and he said Lamar was like, man, that's my boy or whatever like that. And so Oakley like, well, nigga, basically you can get it too. So Oakley say he some time passed or something, and he bumped into Lamar on the elevator with his guys or something, and he made Lamar Odom get off the elevator. And he going, man, I can't think of the story verbatim, but man, he just talking about everybody he punked, everybody he did, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oak was an enforcer for a long time, man. The list of cats he punked is probably long as fuck.
Right.
On the court and off the court.
So I mean, if the book named the enforcer, I guess he just
you know
put some validity to the topic. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
we all know he was a tough guy, though. We all know that.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, he came from that era of basketball where, hey, I'm gonna give you 3 seconds to be this close to me, and I'm gonna give you, you know what I'm saying, 3 times to talk slick, and then I'm coming with these hands. You finna catch his fate. That era
So
matters.
Jeff, could Oakley play today?
Honestly, no, because he don't have the skill set as far as this league value shooting over the tough stuff. All the antics he was doing, he's going to get fined, he's going to get suspended, et cetera, et cetera. So he got to change his whole demeanor, his whole attitude, because he was OC with it. He won't like Patrick Beverly, who will do it, but won't, like he won't overexert, he won't overdo it type shit. Whereas Charles Oakley, all the shit he talking about that he did, it's social media now. Who's to say all that stuff when it got recorded? Who's to say all that stuff when it got leaked out? Anything like the Draymond Green situation. He punched on dude. They say it's been going on for years, but it's in a whole new era, so it got leaked out. So who's to say all the shit he done would have got leaked out? He probably would have been out the league. He probably would have been considered cancerous. Anything. So
about his play. Could he play today?
Like if what he'll be a bench player because like he don't spread the floor. He don't spread the floor. Like he don't spread the floor. Like if he was a starting center and he was picking roll into the basket, yeah, but power forward, his natural position, no.
Bro, he's basically the 88 Draymond Green, bro. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Hey, B, I would say more.
Yeah, go ahead, B.
Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was probably about to say the same thing, but I'm just saying I don't say Draymond because Oak can't bring that ball up like that. Oak ain't. But
if we compare,
well, as far as rebound and toughness and stuff like that, yeah.
Just straight stats. You know
who's more. You know who's more Draymond Green from that era?
Anthony Mason. And or Larry Johnson.
Well, but I don't know. Larry's more of a scorer.
Correct.
Larry's more of a scorer.
Correct.
But when we talk about playing in today's game, that's why I compared him to a Draymond Green. Because I'm like, statistically, he's producing almost identical numbers, and I say that loosely because I have neither one of their stats in front of me. But Draymond ain't no high producer when it comes to points. Neither was Oak. Oak will get you some rebounds. Draymond will get you some rebounds. Draymond's the heart and soul of Golden State, always has been. Oak was the heart and soul, whatever team he was on.
You know so who's the better playmaker?
Who's the better playmaker?
Yeah, Draymond.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, why does that even matter though? Like, yeah, I'm gonna say Draymond, but why does that matter?
No, I'm saying he said he'll be the Draymond this era. I'm like, he won.
Bro, the question was, could he play?
Yeah, what Brown statistically, yes, they lined up pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? Statistically.
The question was, could he play in
the
He's given the same thing. And if you look around, there's some guys out there who are giving what Draymond is giving and can't bring the ball. Given what Draymond is in today's game, given what Draymond is giving and can't make a play, but producing the same statistically points and rebounds.
Yeah, but it's certain things like we keep going on and on, but we do have to try to wrap this up. But what he does bring, Draymond brings, some don't hit on that stat sheet. So we got to take that into account too.
Say it again. I missed that.
No, I said what Draymond does give sometimes don't get put on that stat sheet. You know, so that's tangible.
Yeah, I'm not taking that from him. I'm not taking that from him, man. He means to that team what he means to that team, bro.
So a lot of that stuff, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the value that he brings to Golden State, I don't know if he left there, which it looks like he might. I don't know if any other team would see that value right away.
Especially right now at this point in his career.
Yeah, that's the argument me and Brown
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, and it's not to say that he couldn't bring that, but you want me to pay you $30 million heart and soul? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to pay you $30 million to be the heart and soul of a team that's not Golden State.
So just to kind of you know what I'm saying, just wrap it up a little bit. Hey, y'all gotta come back because now y'all got me on this top center thing. So y'all gotta come back so we can discuss the top centers of all time, and we gonna figure out where Big Pat is, because the disrespect is is ridiculous, man. We're gonna find out where Big Patty lies with these top centers of all time, man.
Hey, check the chat.
He top 10.
Check the chat, because
he top 10, but he ain't top 10. Top 7.
Yeah, so we gonna you say he top 10? Yeah, so so man, I just want to thank you know, Brian and Jeff for sliding through, man. Like I say, these some regulars, man. Me and these guys, man, we get it on almost on the daily. Well, really on the daily, man. So I like to let everybody know where they can find us at, man. We bringing the business on YouTube, bringing the business on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, man. We on all platforms right now. So get on there, subscribe. Say it again, Nick.
I said just check us out on all platforms. Check us out.
Yes, sir. And now, man, we got the apparel going on, baby. You know what I'm saying? We got
I just put my order in, BC.
Man, appreciate it. We got the trucker joints, man. We got the t-shirts. You see Nick rocking the hoodie, baby. You know what I'm saying? So we got it going on. So we gonna share the information and the link where you go and grab some gear, man. You know, tell a friend, share the page, share everything. Like I say, we got that's your new name, man. You see, I came up with the Menace to Society, Jeff. So you that's your new name, man. So
I been speaking the truth, man.
We got the Menace to Society. So we definitely gonna have these brothers back on soon. What's up, bro?
I will say, I'm gonna send you them topics that me and you had talked about that one time. Remember I told you?
Right. Okay. Well, I said we get it in, y'all. So you know what I'm saying? We just finishing up another session. Check us out. Any closing remarks, Nick?
No, another great episode, man. Hey, you gotta get Jeff. You gotta get some apparel, man. You know, B said he got one. You gotta hit that link, man, and get you a little shirt or hat or something, man. So you know, you're part of the family, man. You gotta get that apparel. For sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, other than that, another great episode, man, for sure.
Yeah. Appreciate you brothers chiming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
Be smooth. Be safe.
Yeah.